I'm up. You good? Come. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we give all praises, all glory, and all honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, and Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who were well. Peace and salutations to all you Akim out there preaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. With truth and sincerity in your hearts for the love of the gospel. All right, this is Great Millstone Branch, Gary, Indiana. Coming to another lesson, man. This lesson is going to be based off the current events that's just unfolded, man, as of today. And the current events is civil unrest in America with all these riots and protesters about they was protesting ICE in Cali. Then they was protesting in Florida. And then you have certain people, citizens, throwing shit at the police. And police coming out on horseback and rubber bullets, man, beating, shooting at people and beating their asses. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have missiles being shot from Israel on Iran capital, or the capital of Iran, and then Iran retaliated hours later, shooting missiles at the capital of Israel, man, Tel Aviv. You know, so this is a major, this could lead to major prophecy fulfillment, man. But this is the civil unrest part. It all goes hand in hand. You know, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get it.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Woe means destruction, man. Destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, this is the current world we're living in now. Go ahead.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yeah, that's the civil unrest, man. And it's not just gonna happen on America's soil. It's gonna happen everywhere, man. They want to collapse the whole system everywhere. They want to collapse everything, so then they can start it back again. That's the whole purpose of the NWO, man. The New World Order. They want to collapse everything, so they can be the only ones in power when they on the rise again. You know, be the phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah, come on.
You know, Go ahead. This say what? It says, "What's the sword and the destruction draweth nigh," which is what? The nuclear missiles, man. Ultimately, the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands.
I got civil unrest for you in the chat GPT. Let me wait for the brother to get back. Okay. Yeah, this is civil unrest in the chat GPT. It says civil unrest typically means a state of societal peace and stability where there are no widespread protests, riots, or uprising. But that's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
It says public order is maintained with minimal disruption to daily life. Institutions function normally without being challenged by mass evil, civil disobedience. And this is what pretty much what the brother talking about. This is what they setting up.
That's right.
You know, under their new world order system.
They want all power.
This is what they want. That totalitarianism type of government.
Yep.
To where you can't buck up against the government, man. What we seeing right now.
That's right.
You know,
they really have a God complex. They want their kingdom to be just like Yahweh Shai's kingdom, but under wickedness, under their rule.
Absolutely.
You know, but it's not going to happen.
It says the government or ruling authority faces little or no active resistance from its population. You know,
that's why they set up they call it orchestrated chaos.
Yep.
They're doing this purposely so they can justify them coming in with the sword. But what the beautiful part about it, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
It's going to implode. The Lord's going to He's going to disappoint the devices of the crafty.
That's right.
Hey, don't get it twisted. Esau don't have no control of this shit. You think he do, but the Lord gonna show him, nigga. It should get out of hand for that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Precept. Was that Job 20, right? Or was it Job 19? 22. It says
the king's heart.
No. What does it say? It says when he's about to fill his belly.
Oh yeah, just when.
Is that 20?
20, I think. Yeah. No.
It's 20. 20 and 22.
20 and 22.
20 and 23. I can read it for you.
Go ahead, Doc.
It's Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
See, the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in straits, man. He's going to be in positions of difficulty right when he's about to fulfill everything he planned to fulfill. He's going to be in positions of difficulties. The hand of the wicked shall come upon every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So everybody of your confederacy, everybody that you made a deal with is going to come against you, man. You know, it's going to come against you. Go ahead.
It says, when he's about to fill his belly,
Yep.
the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
And when we're about to fill his belly with what? His devices and his enterprise, man. All right. And then when he's about to fulfill all of that in his sufficiency, right? The Lord's gonna smack the plate out of his hand. That what did it say? It said you've been waiting on this food all this time and you've been starving.
Yeah.
And you finally get the plate. You know, it'd be like, oh man, I'm about to fill my belly. First bite, you get to smack the shit out your face and chain slapped on your hand.
Yeah, and that's going to be them disappointed. The Lord disappointing, like the brother mentioned.
I got that for you.
God,
I'm going to get that.
I got a quick one right quick. It's Proverbs 21:1. It says, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
That's 21:1?
Yeah, 21:1.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're sitting in, man. We're saying the same thing, the same exact thing that the Lord did to the Pharaoh, king of Egypt. He's doing to Edom, king of Babylon, man. You know?
I got that precept. This is Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
There you go.
You know, the brothers, hey, Bible shot. If y'all made one, I'll give it the word for enterprise.
I got you.
Because hey, that's what the Lord's doing. You know, that's what it is. NWO is enterprise. That's what they want to get established on the earth. The Lord disappointed because why? They divided. Don't get it twisted, bro. Esau is through.
Yeah.
These devils, man, they may talk a good game, but these devils behind closed doors are panicking and shitting on themselves.
Absolutely.
That's why they see the prophets. They see the prophets out there. And who knows what the Lord's showing they ass that we don't even know about.
Dreams.
Dreams.
I had dreams that were the Negroes were our slave masters, our taskmasters.
Because Elder Yasharon posed a good question. He said, if the devil know how he got help but a short time, how do he know that?
Right, exactly.
The Lord had to show this nigga
absolutely.
that he has but a short time that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
And it's been proven through their supercomputers, through them tapping into CERN.
Yeah.
They've been coming, they've been motherfucking people, through the spirit realm showing them that it's over with, nigga.
Through their witchcraft.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they, through their soothsayers and their monthly prognosticators, you know, and their sorcerers, man. Hey, I'm sure that they are, just like if we you know, when we tap in and chat GPT and we ask chat GPT, hey, what's going to happen? Hey, the third world war come, then it's telling you the truth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the truth that this devil is getting. You know what I'm saying?
That's mighty as hell, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He mad as hell. That's why the scriptures say he's weary in the multitude of his counsel.
Like when we read the scriptures, man, he got people telling him like, are they right? Go into that, look that up. Well, came to find out that they're 85% accurate.
Yeah.
And then like that last 15%, they trying to put all their hopes in that last 15%. No, we're 100% accurate, man.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why the scriptures say that every heart is deep.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They really sit in them think tanks, you know, and they really meditate on terror, on how they gonna, you know, come up with this enterprise.
Absolutely,
man. You know, and then when they find out through their monthly prognosticators that they ain't gonna work, guess what? That's why the scriptures say the devil coming down with great wrath, man. Why? Because he knows that he have a short time. He know that he got a short time to fulfill this enterprise. I got enterprise for you too. You got something?
You know, also, you know, like there's been more people rebelling against him. You know what I'm saying? Because people are waking up as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because he used to have it a certain way when he was in the strength of his power. Okay, but now he realizes things aren't the way it used to be.
That's right. And the Lord, and like you said, what it said, Proverbs said the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So the Lord's swaying this devil's mind, so he can keep having influence and keep believing in a lie. Like and because he knows, you see them chariot sightings, man. Then he lie and say I got UFOs in Area 51. No, you don't, bro. You fucking don't. Ain't no UFO in the Area 51. You can't fathom how to keep up with the speed of a UFO, let alone capture one.
Try to capture
the fuck out of here, bro.
We shot one down, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's why he's coming down with his wrath, because he's gonna have to force people back into
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
That's it.
Let me get this for you right here, because you just said this Proverbs 21:2, verse 2. It says, people may be right in their own eyes, but the Lord examines their heart, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you may be right in your own eyes, but the Lord examine your heart, man. He examined your mind.
Absolutely.
And he examined the mind of Esau, but he still want them to put up. He still want them to continue what they're doing. You know, because he want to put you up a fight, and he wants you to fight against him. So he put you in them chains.
Come.
You know.
I got some more of that.
I got the word enterprise for you.
God.
Yeah, enterprise is an undertaking. It says undertaking to take in hand, to catch up, to seize. Go ahead.
And if I may, he undertaking what? Humanity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he wants. He wants to be the Most High.
That's right.
He wants to undertake the Heavenly Father's seat. I'm God.
I'm God. That God complex, man. And he sitteth in the seat of God, saying that I am God. You know.
Yeah.
Who shall cast me down?
And also that undertaking is that NWO, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where he's trying to get the whole earth under one.
That's
you know
his heaven.
One world government.
That's his heaven.
His undertaking.
That's his
because
undertaking.
you remember when Aaron Russo was talking to having that little interview.
Jacob Rockefeller.
Yeah, he was talking about Jacob. He said, "Man, you got all the money in the world, man. What else do you want?" He said, "Total control."
Total control.
You know, that's the only thing that comes after having anything your heart's desire, man.
Part of having total control, he wants immortality.
Absolutely, yeah.
Immortality, man.
Yeah, it's a part of his enterprise.
That's right.
AI. You
Yep.
know, all that is a part of his infrastructure, AI infrastructure that he's trying to set up.
Man/machine.
Absolutely, man.
Come
The lust that this devil has is not common to the everyday average citizen lust. A nigga make lust after fleshly shit like a nut,
Yeah.
money, food.
Kind
You know, this devil, he lusts for power.
Yeah, power, yeah.
That's a whole, which means motherfucker lust for power is willing to do far beyond.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, you can't even fathom. You know, as Jacob lust for like, I just want some money.
Well, you know, Jacob is a plain man. He's elegant. He's like he don't really. His heart, inward heart ain't deep like that.
Yeah.
No.
You know, he want to be comfortable. Jake dwell intense, man.
Yeah.
Jake trying to be comfortable.
Esau lust is on which lust goes is a desire.
Desire, yeah.
Strong desire.
Remember covetousness.
Well, really, Esau desires to be wicked, and he wants everybody. And one thing about wickedness is that you want everybody around you to be wicked.
Absolutely.
You don't want anybody around you doing righteousness because, like, what the hell? Hey, man, kill us, man.
Yeah,
you know.
You stand out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
The scriptures say, man, he that wanted out of
Way of understanding.
Depart from evil. You make it himself.
Oh
a prey,
yeah, him
man.
that part from evil.
Yeah, you make himself a prey, man. You stand out like a sore thumb. You know, in this society, we stand out like a sore thumb.
So their feet are swift to shed innocent blood.
Absolutely, man.
You know.
When you're a God, what is it that you don't own?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what they want.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, they want everything.
Yeah.
They want what belongs to the Lord.
Yeah. Come.
That's right.
That's Job 5:13.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You read 12 again.
I read 12 again. It says he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
Forward, man. They're proud.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead. No, that was it. Oh, yeah, more.
It says they meet with darkness.
Can I read that in the NLT? This Job 5:13 in the NLT. It says he traps the wise in their own cleverness.
That's right.
So they're
And the wise is the wise of this world. Mm-hmm. The so-called wise men, like you said, the prognosticators, the ones that know the soothsayers. Yeah. You got the ones that's supposed to be like the witchcraft.
You know, high level spiritual wickedness, high place.
Yeah. The elites.
Exactly. It says Job 5:13 in the NOT. It says he traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted.
Thwarted, yeah, the thwart.
You know, thwarted, man.
Yep.
You know, the Lord gonna throw down. You know, this enterprise, man.
That's right.
You know,
Isaiah 47.
Yeah,
precept. You want to get it?
Down with that?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing as screen.
Go. 47:10.
I'm deaf.
I can read.
Let me get it. Isaiah.
You got that?
So Isaiah 47.
Start
at verse
9.
Yeah. Start at verse 9.
No, I'm there.
Well, Start at 8.
Start at 8,
Yeah. Isaiah 47 verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
It says, therefore hear now this, all right, that thou art given to pleasures that dwell carelessly,
Mm-hmm.
that say in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Mm-hmm.
I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
I'm proud, man. I'm not gonna do that shit, man. Ain't nobody gonna make me. Yeah, all right, we'll see.
Okay.
You know?
America never gonna be taken down. We got the mightiest.
Exactly.
Yeah, America's at ease,
That's right.
and the American people. You know, the American people don't think that these times are coming, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these difficult times are coming, man. Hey, but this devil, is putting a squeeze on the American people, man. Not only the American people, but the people in the world, everybody's
The whole earth,
feeling
yep.
it, man. The whole earth is feeling it.
But, hey, why I should say because visual shall be so good.
Shit, people should be. Things should be in a good case.
Yeah,
They,
absolutely.
they good because why? You can still go to your McDonald's, you still go to your Wendy's.
Although gas is high, but people still working their jobs and can afford all these videos.
Yeah.
And then you can afford luxuries, man. You can smoke your blunt, or buy your liquor. You can still be comfortable.
Yeah.
Get some ass. And for these women, they still on top. You know, they still over the man. So they ain't finna ask no questions.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's gonna be a thief on their ass in their head. It's like,
It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day.
Yeah.
The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Absolutely.
The great abundance of their enchantments, man. Because they put all their faith into these enchantments, man. They think that these demons is gonna give them the power, like Egypt. Just like Egypt, man, when they set the staff down, and Moses cast his staff down, they had practice of witchcraft. But that's why the Lord said, "I shall come to disappoint these idols, man. These idols, I shall disappoint the idols of Babylon." You know.
and it's crazy. The Lord, this devil, he the proudest of all the heathen. Because why? He's doing with the idol that the heathen's never able to do.
Mm-hmm.
He's making the idol come to life in a sense, which is still lifeless, but where people
So you give the illusion of life,
people can interact with the idol. Back then, the idol was dumb.
It's a piece of wood,
Yeah.
not idol AI. Well, not even idol is yourself.
Yeah.
Idol is your own belly.
Yep.
The idol was this rapper he set up.
Yeah.
This actor he said. Now people were inspired him to be this rapper, but whole time behind closed doors, man, he ain't worked to get the he just got poked
They got poked and they used that nigga. Poked and stroked.
and swallowed.
Part two.
Poked, stroked, Pinocchio, and swallowed.
Actually, they got a. I don't know. There was this possessed doll that it's been cases on paranormal cases of this doll being possessed by spirits. Man. And, somebody, there was a couple that was living, and they was actually treating it as if it was a real person.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's probably because some them hexes and shit that should be real. That voodoo, that fucking instruments of cruelty, that should be fucking real. So that but these people be putting their all into like that's their god.
That's it.
Really the demon works for the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was treating it like a real person, like it was their child. You know what I mean? Had a bed for it and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? And that's the idea of America.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? America is likened unto I heard I forget the Muslim, even though we don't support any type of Muslim, but the dude that be on them YouTube shorts, I forget his name or whatever. He was saying America is like a pretty much a mass murderous, like a mass murderous mother.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? To where the way she look at her son, she don't look at her son as if like he's a murderer. She look at it as if this is her son.
Yeah.
You said like he can do no wrong.
He can do no
You see
wrong.
what I'm saying? Hey, this is her dear son, and that's how the American people look at America.
That's right.
And they disallow and disregard all the wickedness that's been done amongst starting with us. You see what I'm saying? And with the earth. You see what I'm saying? So that's how the American people view America.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And really, this is really America is what you call that? What was
Esau.
Dahmer? Yeah,
Really Edom.
Dahmer,
Esau.
a serial killer.
Serial killer.
Yeah,
Who controls America? The Edomites.
Right. Exactly.
So really, America, because the Edomite, he can never do no wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why Jake come up and buck up against the Israelites, because they look at Jake like, oh man, Esau. Why can't Esau can make it?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, this
Exactly.
nigga is murderous. demonic. He's Dennis the Menace.
Precept. Did you done with that, Isaiah? We got more to that, or you
It's
done?
definitely more, bro.
So I'm gonna quote it then. Hey, we all know John 8:44. You have your father the devil.
Yeah, okay,
That's
yeah.
why they bleach their skin. That's why they get blonde hair. They alter their body because they just act just like Esau, man.
Absolutely.
And the deeds of your father you will do.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
God,
Murderer.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
And a bold not in the truth because
Yeah.
the truth, there was no light, there was no truth in him.
Absolutely.
People altering their body, doing what they want to do, never following the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
It's Isaiah 47 verse 10.
God.
It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me.
Yep.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am." And
See,
none
that's
else beside me.
why Babylon is known as the land of the Chaldeans because they go and do their wickedness behind closed doors and they say what? Who seeth us? Who knoweth us? You know, but the Lord see you. The Lord know you.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you go into Chaldeans, it goes into that was like the wisest.
Yeah, that was the elites of Babylon.
Right. That was the elites of Babylon.
That was the
Absolutely.
elites of Babylon.
Absolutely.
They
man.
were so-called the soothsayers.
Con.
They were looked at as the Illuminati of this world.
And in that time.
In that time.
In that time.
They were the serpents.
They were the serpents.
Yeah. Because they consider themselves to be the wise, and that's America, man.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, the Chaldeans were Assyrians, but Syria or Assyria right of my anger. So now it's transferred. The power is just transferred to Esau.
Absolutely.
Still the same people though.
Yep.
Because before then it was the Egyptians.
Yep. Con.
For the elites, it'd be the likes of Klaus Schwab, which he on the Lord told him, but they,
Remember that World Economic Forum?
Yeah.
They the witch with the smoke came out. And they were just sitting there just like looking stupid. Like, bitch, they getting bold with this shit, but hey, it ain't gonna work. Cause why? It said what? It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, man. None seeth us, and no one seeth us, and none knoweth us." Man, the Lord see everything. The scripture says the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Go ahead.
So verse 11, it says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know."
And
Okay.
the Lord gonna creep up on their ass, man, with all this destruction, man. You know? And the Lord's, he's gonna be in the midst of these destructions, man. You know? Creep, right? You know, and you're not gonna be able to put off. You're not gonna be able to buy nobody off this time, man, with your money, man. The scriptures say that, man. Riches will not profit in the day of wrath.
God.
You know,
Follow the scripture.
God, you know. You got it, bro.
It says,
that's how it's
so verse 12, it says, "Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries."
Ooh, so when all that trust you put into these demons, man, it's the same thing over and over again. It's like judges. Hey man, all those guys you was crying to, let them deliver you in the time of your affliction. Call it to them gods, man, and let's see how you fare. You know,
The Lord called.
oh, bro.
"Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth."
Yeah, you trusted in them from your youth, man. You know. So go on. Hey, trust in them, right? You know, finish it on now. You know, straight up.
And that's what they gonna do.
The Lord calling out your army, like, nigga, your army ain't shit compared to me, nigga.
Absolutely.
The Lord is commanding them to do it.
In fact, your army works for
Go
me,
ahead,
nigga.
go ahead and do it. See what happens.
Hey, Lord, we talking about that earlier. Lord infiltrated your army, nigga. Fuck you thought, nigga. Who think Satan work for?
Right. And it says, "If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail."
And your dumb ass think you can control the Lord's creation. And part of the Lord's creation is his angels. The Lord created angels. You have to control it. This ain't gonna work for everyone who controls it. Who created them? God created Satan, nigga.
Yep.
This motherfucking angel, nigga.
Satan gonna turn on the Lord.
It says, "Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels." All right, so it said they're wearied in the multitude of their counsels. All right, you did all this wickedness so that things would be better for you. but it's not so anymore.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Weary goes into exhausted. They're exhausting themselves, you see what I'm saying, into thinking that, they gonna fulfill this enterprise what we brought out in Job, man. Through their sorcery, man. But they're not gonna prevail,
It says, let now the astrologers, the stargazers, let now the astrologers, the stargazers and monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Hey, it's just gonna be what was that nation? When they got cast down, they started throwing their idols in the street. They started throwing their idols in the street. This was not too long ago. I forget what it was, but
That was India.
Yeah, I think it was India. Yeah, I think it was India. They started to throw their idols all in the street. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man.
Shiva.
Yeah.
Shiva stopped working for us.
Right.
She didn't even told me my God was making my cow is dead.
Right.
Curry man was losing.
Gave up on all their idols.
Absolutely.
Gods that they worship because they wasn't following. I mean, they wasn't helping
Produce.
them out.
They weren't producing. Yeah. They had to save their idols instead of the idols. And that God saving them, man.
So it says that your astrologers, that'd be like your modern day tech guys. Let's see if Bill Gates, who else? Elon,
Come.
Well,
stinking ass.
astrologers like
Think about
a
it.
lot of times they can tell. They say they can tell the future like horoscopes.
Right,
By looking at the constellations and shit. So it was like those people, the horoscopes that these bitches read. Well, Bill Gates said that in 2020, in 2036 we'll have flying cars. Bitch. Fuck
For
out
that. What's the other nigga? Neil
DeGrasse.
Yeah. J-Cat, well, he might be a tear. Who knows?
And then these people be literally praying to their gods like every other hour or so,
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? They realize these guys wasn't doing shit for them.
Come. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Because they're not the true God, man.
That's right.
They're not Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahweh Shai.
Yeah. I got a quick precept. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 11. It says, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation. It says, because...
Wisdom of Solomon what?
14 and 11. It's like I read it.
14 and 11, I got you.
Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 11, it says, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation.
That's right. I think the modern day idol now is artificial intelligence. AI. AI is the idol.
Yeah.
The idol that was dumb, like I said earlier, that was dumb, lame, and couldn't walk, talk, or see. Now you can interact with the idol.
Right.
You can fuck the idol.
Oh yeah, they Ammon and Moab boy coming out with them motherfucking bots, boy.
Yeah, sex robots, man.
They got it where you can have one in your house.
Yeah. Helping you and serving you. Yeah.
They showed that movie,
Bicentennial Man?
no, it's the one with, what's the fucking, they said she was trained.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Megan Fox.
Oh yes, I seen that movie.
Oh, yeah.
She had a thing for her owner, some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
That's like, how did you bypass the code?
Yeah,
like she bypassed her own fucking code, trying
Absolutely.
to sleep with her master, or whatever.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the other dude that she killed, he was fucking the other bot.
Just some bot fucker.
Yeah, so make sure you can pop the bot.
You can pop
Pop the bot.
You can pop the bot.
They had I don't know. They had it where people can buy blow up dolls and
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah.
That was back in the day when now them blow up dogs can talk back to you.
Hey, remember
and the blow up doll got a private part for you to use.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, if I make one with Demolition Man with the singer, he with what's her name? Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
What's the fuck? Sylvester Stallone, and she's like, we're gonna have sex. And he put the thing on her head. Like, what the fuck is this? It's like a machine that's really pretty much, stimulating them. That's should be different. Hey, this is the times we in, bro.
Yep. I got this one.
Polluted with wickedness.
Hey,
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 11. It says, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men.
ooh, stumbling blocks for the souls of men. Yep.
Yeah, it says, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. It says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
That's it.
And the invention of them, it says, the corruption of life.
Come
You know.
That's it, man.
So yeah, man, you know, hey, this is since the beginning of time, man. You know, so what the brother was mentioning, man, hey, the idols back in ancient times couldn't speak, walk, talk, you know what I'm saying? But now through their artificial intelligence, they're able to, you know, make those things happen, man.
Right.
Although it's still, you know, it still has no life in it. You know, on the outer appearance, it may, you know, they can make it seem like it do, man. You know. But you know, this is what they trust in, man.
Yep, that's the whole purpose of their
the whole
wickedness,
purpose.
man.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
all illusions, man.
Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors.
Hey,
That's why you know this book, magicians. Magicians ain't nothing but sleight of hand. That's all it is optical illusions.
Yep. It's it.
Yeah, and a lot of them, you know, the high level ones are in the occult.
Yeah.
You know?
Truly summoning demons. Go ahead.
Because when the brother read on, it's gonna let you know the behavior that's gonna come with worshiping these idols. And we seeing that effect on the earth right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta.
Yeah, it says for neither, verse 13, was Muslim in 14 and 13, for neither, no, it's like it, verse 13, for neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. And
So
the Lord
they never
Yeah,
existed.
Yeah, it never existed.
It was fashioned by the hands of man.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the scripture say in Jeremiah, man, the gods of the nations are no gods. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrased. You know,
right.
they can't do nothing for you, man.
That's right.
The Lord did not create none of this, man. You know, like the brothers just said, man, it's all made by the hands of men. All right. It says, for neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. You know, they know they're not going to succeed that immortality. They're not going to be they're not going to be able to, you know, be immortal through this AI, artificial intelligence, man. You know, which is what they're trying to do through the transhumanism, you know what I'm saying, and the biohumanism, you know. They're not going to do it. It says, you want me to continue on? It says, for by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. That's what we read.
That's right.
You know?
Because they are,
The technology, man, the vainglory of man. Because really, Esau, he looked at technology. Although we know Jake had a lot to do with inventing this shit. Jake look at it, you know, to help humanity, but Esau look at how can I control humanity. That's what everything he creates. He look at it, and you know, Jake may create it for the good. Like we can make this better. Esau look at like how can I fucking use to control people.
Yep.
You know,
That's what the scripture said.
That's that witchcraft, that mind control, man. He used social media. He used celebrities. He used influence
As a
public figure, babies, food. He that's his blessing. His blessing is to weaponize everything, turn everything to a sword, even things that was made for righteousness, man. But he has to go, man. You know, shortly to an end.
nigga turn something simple as toilet tissue into a weapon.
To a weapon, bro.
You wipe your ass, but that nigga lace that shit with some chemicals on it. Like
Water, bro.
then later a chemical on it.
Yeah.
You add, you know, colon cancer.
That's what the brother just went into. What's that? What?
Lies about everything on the news.
Yep. Aquafication. I think he said the brother Ash. He said they liquefy human bodies. And pour it into the water filtration system. So you're taking showers and drink I don't fuck with tap water anyway, but you can't escape it. You're taking showers and bathing with it.
You can't escape it at all.
You can't escape nothing, bro, because you cook with it.
Yeah.
You know, wash your dishes with it. You know, so you know, these niggas weaponize everything, man. You know, he got to go, bro.
That's real with lies and cover-ups.
Wash your ass with dead people sauce.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dead people sauce. Soylent Green is people.
Oh, bro, get the fuck out of
God. Soylent Green is McDonald's. Oh no! Is this it?
Yeah, this should be none of this.
You finish that. What's do you have more than Isaiah?
That was pretty much it.
I got like 2%.
Okay, the point was made, man. That Babylon going down, his idols were going down with it, man. Hey, with that, give all praises, all glory, honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the spirit of power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Bye.